Sana, asante sana.
Asante sana. Namwona RD wangu anaondoka, nilitaka aje hapa tukaribisha tu kidogo. Madam RD, mkaribisheni Madam RD, mpigieni makofi Madam RD.
Our guest of honor, sir, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, the Honorable Member of Parliament, Captain Karauri, our Governor, who is just about to walk in, His Excellency Sakaja, the CEB Chair who is here, our County Commissioner, other invited ladies, guests, ladies and gentlemen, our MPs. If you are here, if you have arrived, please come forward. Nataka kusema hamjambo. God is good. Come on, let's cheer up. This is our day, Nairobi. Hello? Yes, tumekuja kuongea, si ndio? So dialogue is about talking, and our guest of honor, we are humbled to have you here. Thank you. To me, this is also a way of coming to hold my hand. And thank you for giving me even your condolences, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, I rested my father, but I said I will not be held back because strength comes from, yes, that's why I'm standing here. So, sir, I'm delighted to welcome all of you to the 2024 Nairobi County Education Dialogue. The dialogue provides a befitting platform for all of us to sit and talk and interrogate on the future of our children matters on quality education in Nairobi. This is why we keep saying the Nairobi we want. We want to discuss it today. The dialogue will be based on the outcomes of the Children's Conference held on 9th September 2023, where different partners supported the County Education Board to bring all our children together at all levels of basic education in Nairobi to listen to their voices and issues that affect their education. Sir, that was one of the most unique conferences. I don't think any other county or region held has ever called children to come and tell them, ask them, what is it that ails you? Why do you have challenges? Maybe in performance, because sir, when you look at our performance, we are not doing well at all. So we called our children and they talked, and today, we shall screen their voices because we did not want to withdraw them from school because they are doing exams, and through the advice of the ministry, we need to hear their voices instead of bringing them here. This dialogue, sir, will focus on exploring interventions and suggest possible ways as a way of addressing the issues raised by the children. So we are saying, we are going to act on what our children have told us and what we also feel as Nairobi is going to be good for them. We will also aim at fostering collaboration efforts among various stakeholders, best practices to enhance learning outcomes. Our guest of honor, sir, when you walked in, you walked through a hallway full of partners. Welcome, Your Excellency, welcome. And all those who have, and I'm requesting our colleagues, let's move back to create 2 or 3 rows, especially here. Nyuma, tuache viti hapa. Na waomba tafadhali. Kidogo too, because even our MPs are coming. Thank you. Let's wait for them. Let's settle down. Our chairman, yes, you are rightfully seated. Thank you. So, Your Excellency, the Governor of Nairobi, welcome to this dialogue. I'm just making remarks to say, why are we here? And why are we here? I will also tell you what our theme is for today. And our theme, sir, even before I continue, our Governor, our theme is make education work for children in Nairobi. And in Swahili, we tell them, lazima iwak. That is in support of what you started. So as we say lazima iwork, ladies and gentlemen, this dialogue will focus on exploring intervention and suggest possible ways as a way of addressing the issues raised by children. It will also aim at fostering collaboration efforts among various stakeholders and promoting best practices to enhance learning outcomes. Sir, I was just saying when the governor walked in that you all saw the walkway, that our governors are lined up there, showcasing what they do for children of Nairobi. The ones we allowed to showcase there are the ones we know are really working for the consortium to bring together all our NGOs so that they can do things. They don't duplicate things. When you are doing this, another one can do something different. And they have been very supportive. We are here because many of them have supported us. I don't know whether the representative of UNICEF is here. Thank you very much. They are the major sponsors of this event. World Vision sponsored the children conference. Are they here? Yeah, they'll be here, I know. And again, many others. I can't mention all of them. The National Parents Association, are they here? Thank you very much. Majorly, they said, wazazi lazima wajibike. And that's why they are also here. So, sir, other than that, each stakeholder in education plays a unique role and can help increase support for education goals. Stakeholder involvement in education plays an important part, as the purpose of each of us is to reach a common education goal through team effort. Nairobi, we insist on team effort. We insist on the team spirit where we feel psyched. We psych our people, our learners, our teachers, our parents to know that Nairobi cannot be. Nothing will work in Nairobi, hata governor akisema lazima I work, if we do not combine our efforts to make it work. When multiple stakeholders are engaged, the team effort increases the chances of success in reaching their goals. Therefore, a team effort on the part of stakeholders is critical. Our guest of honor, sir, our joy today is to have you here. Some of the things ailing Nairobi going to be addressed by your office, the governor's office, other stakeholders. Our county commissioners are here, our DCCs are here, the county commissioner's office is here, and they are going to hear the issues that are affecting us from these stakeholders seated here, so that we see how do we address so that Nairobi can move forward. So this is a unique dialogue, and I want to thank each one of you, many partners seated here, all our principals, our head teachers, our parents, our BOM. Let us sit and listen to our seniors as they also listen to us. May God bless you, na karibuni sana wote. Na ule hajafaa t-shirt, ulisa mwenzako alitoa t-shirt wapi na wewe upewe. God bless you. Thank you.
Tumpigieni makofi Ardi, tumpigieni makofi Ardi. Na sasa nataka tumkaribishe kwa makofi mazuri sana governor wetu jiji la Nairobi, Excellency Sakaja. Tumkaribisheni kwa makofi. Asante sana, karibu sana, karibu sana. Pamoja na waziri mgeni wetu, karibu sana. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to now invite the County Education Board Chair, who is here with us, to make a few remarks. County Education Board Chair. Karibu sana. Tumkaribisheni kwa makofi.
Thank you, my brother. Your guest of honor, Honorable Ezekiel Machogu, Your Excellency, Governor Sakaja Arthur. Before I make my remarks, allow me to introduce the Nairobi City County Education Board members. So the CB members, wherever you are, please step in very quickly so that our guests may get to know you. Just come here. So Mheshimiwa Dr. Machogu. This is the team that manages the basic education within Nairobi County, and I'm going to pass the mic so that they can quickly mention their names and say which department they represent or which interest group they represent, so that we quickly move.
Good morning, all. I'm Victoria Mwoka. I'm the Regional Director, Teacher Service Commission.
Good morning, all. Francis Kithenji, representing the Kenya Private Schools Association in the County Education Board.
Good morning, all. Mashali Amogwe, representing Kenya National Union of Teachers, NAT.
Good morning, all. Jasper Mwega, representing parents in the in the County Education Board.
Good morning. I'm Lilian Onyango, Secretary, Nairobi Parents Association, presenting them in the board.
Margaret Lesuda, Regional Director of Education, County Director 2, and the Secretary to the board.
Good morning. My name is Rosemary Karaoke, CECM for Nairobi City County under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor Sakaja. I am in charge of talent, skill development, and social care.
Good morning. Moses Owitimbora, Executive Secretary of Kupet Nairobi Branch, member of the County Education Board.
Good morning. My name is William Kemei, the Chief Principal at Nana School and Cashier Chair, Nairobi. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Wanyonyi, County Commissioner, Nairobi, also a member of the board. Thank you.
Thank you, CB members. You can take your seats. Situwape makofi jamani. Thank you very much. The Cabinet Secretary for Education, Hon. Dr. Ezekiel Mach. Good morning. Jambo. Yes, so on behalf of the County Education Board, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this important and historic Education Day in Nairobi County. Nairobi City County, despite being endowed with immense resources, has very unique circumstances that undermine basic education implementation in this part of the country. The county, amongst others, suffers from acute shortages of public schools, ranging from ECD through to secondary schools, and where these exist, then inadequate investment or lack of refurbishment of existing infrastructure over time continues to undermine learning. As a result, many update units have sprung up in many of the informal settlements in the city, further compromising provision of quality education in the city. But despite this state of affairs, we really must thank the update units and many NGOs who have risen up to plug the hole. Otherwise, the situation would have been much worse. On a positive note, in the past 5 years, we've seen many of the honorable members of parliament within Nairobi City County step in to plug the hole of inadequate school infrastructure by building modern and decent educational facilities, which on the whole have changed the face of learning institutions in the city. So on behalf of the CB, allow me, sir, to thank all our MPs for their commitment to the course of education improvement in the city. Tunaweza kuwapa makofi jamani. Thank you very much. Similarly, the Nairobi City County, under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Sakaja, has invested in a number of ECD facilities that are modern and provide ambient learning environment. These, combined with the program on Dish in a County, are truly changing the learning landscape in Nairobi. So allow me also, on behalf of the CB, to thank His Excellency Governor Sakaja for being committed to the investment in quality education within Nairobi City County. Tumupe makofi jamani. Indeed, in spite of Indeed, in the spirit of partnership between Nairobi, national and county government, the CB, on behalf of the national government, paid a courtesy call on His Excellency the Governor Sakaja on 21st March instant. A number of issues bedeviling Nairobi schools, from title deeds, sewage, and dumping of waste near schools, encroachment of school land, water bills for schools, noise and air pollution, threat of drug peddling near schools, etc. were discussed, and His Excellency Governor Sakaja graciously agreed to look into them and support the learners' course in the city schools. He further committed to having quarterly meetings with the CB to track progress on matters agreed, which the CB is indeed very grateful. Well, prompted by these plethora of challenges, the CB, Your Honor, was compelled to reach out to the strategic partners, that is the NGO, present here today, to come and support. So from 2022, we have been engaging with these partners, and their support has been huge. For example, last year, as the RD has already mentioned, the NGOs came together to support the first ever children conference in Nairobi City County, wherein the children's voices and concerns were captured, as shall be aired to you today. And as a follow-up of this conference, the idea of an education dialogue day was mooted, which we are witnessing here today. So allow me then, on behalf of the CB, to also sincerely thank our strategic partners for rising up to the occasion and making education work for the Nairobi learner. So can we give them a clap of hands? Your Honor, as we all engage in today's dialogue, we do look forward to a Nairobi Education Declaration, which will provide actionable interventions and pathways from stakeholders for making education work for the Nairobi learner now and going into the future. The CB, from merely focusing on examination performance in our schools to being focused on learning outcomes and growing learner competencies in line with the CBC curriculum, even as implementation of the CBC curriculum now moves on to senior secondary level. The CB desires to develop a performance measurement system oriented on the CBC competencies at each level, and use the said matrix to recognize and celebrate schools making efforts towards growing appropriate learner competencies at their respective level in both public and private schools. This way, we shall have entrenched a learner competencies development culture in our schools in line with the CBC aspirations. And the recognition and celebration will be an annual event, and hereby willing to preside over the inaugural ceremony next year once the invitation goes out to you, sir. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, as aptly argued by Martin Luther Jr., we all come on different ships, but we are in the same boat now. That is Nairobi. So let's make education work for Nairobi learner, and welcome to today's dialogue. Thank you very much.
Hayo makofi hayatoshi, tumuongezeni makofi. Our chief guest, this is a unique conversation. And we are going to look at the issues from the eyes of the child. Allow me then to request my technician to just play briefly to screen the children's voices. Hayo ndio masuala tutazungumzia teknolojia. Masuala yapo tu, the evolving nature of education. Calls for continuous review. The evolving nature. Asante. It's there now. It's there. Sound. Rewind sasa, anza tena. Whatever the child is talking is also written down there.
So we have deaf learners, and sometimes the deaf have different challenges. It is important to know
when they go
that
home with the CBC, they don't have, their parents don't know. So like when they go home, like the CBC, they are told to be held at home. Now their parents don't help them at home because they don't know that language. Very big challenge for them.
Thank you very much. much. Give a clap to those children. Give a clap to those children for giving us the insight. We will continue at a later stage. We will continue listening to those voices, bringing in very critical issues in as far as education is concerned. Allow me at this juncture to invite the County Commissioner to kindly take over the program briefly. Karibu sana, Bwana County Commissioner. Let's give him a clap. Tumkaribisheni sana, County Commissioner.
Thank you very much. Our guest of honor today was the CS Education, Honorable Dr. Ezekiel Machogu, our Governor, Nairobi County, His Excellency Sakaja. Allow me ride on the previous protocols. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm reliably informed that our Cabinet Secretary has some other urgent engagement, so you'll allow us break protocol. But in the meantime, let me assure all of you who are here that kuna usalama wa kutosha. So without much ado, I would like to invite the area member of National Assembly, Mheshimiwa Ronald Karauri. Let him clap for him, please, to come and invite the CS as we continue with the meeting. Mpatie kofi ya MP moja. Karibu. Asante.
Asante sana. Hizo makofi tatu nakumbuka. I used to hear those things when we used to watch Moi on TV. So our guest of honor, Bwana CS Ezekiel Machogu, our governor, my friend, Honorable Sakaja, all invited guests, all protocols observed. Hamjambo. God is good, and all the time. First of all, let me say I'm very honored and pleased that today the CS of Education is once again in my constituency. I'm very honored, and as members of parliament, especially from the Nairobi region, is to push for the needs of Nairobi. So far, the president himself has recognized that Nairobi has to happen today. Please, let's give him a round of applause. We, for a long time, have focused so much, and I've said this so many times before, we have focused so much on rural development, which is not a bad thing, but we ended up forgetting the capital city of Nairobi. And our city is a great city, and I know Sakaja is very proud of this. Throughout the whole of East and Central Africa, Nairobi is one of the greatest cities in Africa. But we have to keep that status. The rural to urban migration that is happening currently, if we do not ensure that the services we offer in our city match to that movement of people to the urban areas, we'll be in a lot of trouble in the years to come. And that is why this event we have today, for me, I want to focus on what the outcome will be. We have a big shortage of classrooms in Nairobi, big shortage of teachers. The quality of our education in Nairobi is only getting worse by the day. And this is due to the huge number of people that are migrating to Nairobi. In some of the many many students and very few teachers. And sometimes the limiting factor is also the classrooms themselves. His Excellency, the President recognized this need and actually allocated an extra budget for us in Nairobi to allow us to construct more classrooms. This is a very good initiative, and as we move forward, the Ministry of Education should also push for that aspect in terms of the budgeting allocation that we get in Nairobi, to ensure we get extra funding to ensure our students study, get quality education in Nairobi itself. So for me today, I'm one of the happiest members of parliament. I know the others will be joining me as the day goes on. And the outcome from this, and the facility that we had at that time, which is a very long time ago, I will not say the day, the year, it was a fantastic facility. Some of the facilities I encountered today